Hi, this is Gregory. I wanted to provide a brief overview of the course and the different tools that we'll be using in the course. So, the first place where you really need to be centered is the Online Moodle. And the Online Moodle is where everything will be happening, where everything is. And the Moodle is the core. So, just to give an example, at the top of the class Moodle, there's how this class works. This is a simple overview, basically where we're going, what we're doing, and everything that's happening in the class. So make sure that you read this. This will always be at the top. Then there are different documents linked here below. We are using WordPress. Why I opted to choose WordPress, I discussed this there. There's the W3C standards for accessibility. Please go check that out. Spend probably an hour or two there just to get a sense of accessibility. We'll refer to this later on in the term. Then there's some required website elements. These are things which have to be on your website. So when you turn in your website, you will not get credit unless you have these elements. These elements, this list, I'm still developing, but it will be clear by the end of the first or the second week what all of these elements are. Because you are not going to create your website until at least week 2, you don't need to worry about this. What's important though is that you're aware that those elements that you need to have will be listed up at the top of the page. Also at the top of the page are the grade components, and I'll discuss that a little bit later so that you can check in and see what the different grade things are necessary for success in this class. Then there are two different forums. The first one here, the course help forum, is do you have questions about the course, about your grade, getting assistance from your colleagues, etc. The second forum is specific to getting help around WordPress and WordPress questions. Rather than operating autonomously and just doing things completely on your own, ideally you'll be posting questions and responding to queries for help that your colleagues have. Do not spend hours trying to solve a simple problem. If you can't solve it relatively quickly, stop, go online, try and find some assistance, and or post a question in the forum. The forum is designed to help you help each other. So those are the basic elements up at the top. Now as we move through the term, you'll see different weeks. Right now only week 1 is available to see. As we go, weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will become visible. As the content is more populated and as I complete each week, I will make it visible. Sometimes it will happen slowly, sometimes it will happen rapidly, but it will always be available to you at least by Sunday or Monday of the week that you're working on. So the content is never going to be late. As you can see with week 1, there's basic goals up at the top. Understand what elements are required or necessary for you to create a successful site. We are not creating a site, just trying to understand the different elements. Then what you need to do: introduce yourself in the forum, work through the goals and the assignments, which is linked here below, and then share your wireframe in the forum. You'll understand what a wireframe is once you have gone through and worked through the material. So, for example, we go to goals and assignments, we click there, and then this is structured as all these different steps in the order to which to move through them. There's content, and then the ideas, the main points of putting this content here, what you should be taking away. Now, as you can see, move through, here's all this different content. I have moved it off of the main page because in the past, having too much material on the main page, students have said it's cluttered or it's confusing. So when you move through the work, always make sure, when you move through the Moodle site, always make sure that you check on each of the forums and see that you have accomplished and completed each stage.